Hey everyone, it's Todd Gross. How are you doing? I am here with Brett Rutecky, who has done it again, this time coming out with, I guess you're calling it Mailit. Is that a distinction from the previous version of your software?
Yeah, the first version of my software was actually a WordPress plugin. It was called Mailit. That was a mailing WordPress plugin. And I started building a cloud-based version for myself that had more features. I wanted some more features for myself. So I called it My Mailit. That's actually where the name came from. It was My Mailit, my version of Mailit.
I see.
And then when I built the system, I started thinking to myself, you know, it's kind of scummy of me to build a better version for just me and not let other people have it too. So I decided to release it to the public and made it a multi-user system, but the name kind of stuck. So it's still called My Mailit.
I love it. All right, just to be clear, this is a substitute for an autoresponder system. It does virtually everything that the other autoresponder services would do for you, but it's just a one-time charge with unlimited emails, unlimited amounts of list members in there. Is there any distinction? I mean, there is, I know of a very basic distinction, but why don't you tell us why one should do this other than the cost savings rather than the regular autoresponder?
One of the main distinctions between My Mailit and some of the other systems is with My Mailit, you send through your own hosting. So it's a cloud-based platform, but you actually send via your own domain. It links up to your own website, your own hosting, and it sends the emails for you through your own hosting. And the reason that's an important distinction is because as a marketer, as a good marketer, you can build up your reputation with all of the spam sites. So if you're building up your reputation with all the watchdog sites and you get a good reputation, you get to start to enjoy inboxing that you can't get with a multi-user system that constantly has to fight because they have a good, they have some good people, they have some bad people, they're fighting to get rid of the bad people. So they can only get a certain level of deliverability because there's constantly a battle going on with bad people coming in and using their system. However, as being a self-contained system, mailing from your own hosting, you build up your reputation, you be a good marketer, and you could enjoy deliverability that you just can't get anywhere else. And I'll actually show you that when we do the demo of some of my deliverability that I get.
Now, before we even start talking about that, I just want to point out to everyone that this is basically what I've been doing for years. I mean, since 2006, is finding all different autoresponder services to send out my emails, and I use them all because I always try to get basically the best open rate, the best deliverability, and I do all kinds of things to try to maximize that to the point where I make a lot of money. And the reason I do is because of the mailing that I put out and the way that I do it creatively to try to maximize that. Now, Brett, from what you've told me, you actually have open rates that are 2.5 times what I get, at least, with 25% open rates on your emails. Now, can you explain how you're able to do that compared to everybody else who has basically much less success with the open rates?
Yeah, and just a little disclaimer, not all of my open rates are 25%. I like to be honest. I get open rates up to 25%. My low end open rates are 19%. Those are my low end open rates.
You didn't have to be honest about that. That's close enough. Thank you.
Okay. Well, you know, 19% is still pretty stinking good. And that's my low end. I've never sent an email out with Mailit that I gotten under 19%, I think, maybe 18% one time. Just want to be honest, you know. But the reason I'm able to do that is because I mail from my own hosting. I mail from my own name. So as I'm mailing, as I'm building up my reputation, I'm getting to enjoy the benefits and the fruits of being a good marketer. As long as I don't start spamming people, as long as I don't start being immoral in my business, I can continue to get good open rates because nobody else is hurting me. See, when you mail from a system like Aweber, I mean, they have a whole bunch of IP addresses, but they also have thousands of users. Some of those users are good marketers. Some of them are mailing porn sites. Some are mailing Forex. Some are mailing things that people don't want to see. Those things hurt Aweber's reputation. Since they hurt Aweber's reputation and you're mailing through Aweber, and I'm just using Aweber as an example, I'm not picking on them. Since they hurt their reputation and you're mailing through them, your reputation by default gets hurt as well. So your deliverability goes down. However, being the fact that I'm self-contained, it's just me. As long as I'm doing things right, I don't ever get hurt. Now, if I decide to start spamming people next month, my deliverability would go down very quickly. But I don't build tools for spammers anyway. I build tools for good marketers, which we all hopefully are.
And that includes unsubscribing people that ask to be unsubscribed, you said, and things of that nature.
Yes, automatically unsubscribing people right away. So, people say, I don't want to, they click the unsubscribe link, they're removed, gone. I mean, and that's actually what my Mailit does. As soon as they click, they're completely removed. And that's what you're supposed to do. That's what they want to see, including things like formatting your emails properly, using the proper SPF headers and things like that they want to see. I can actually show you a demo where when you test my emails that are sent from my Mailit, they're rated a perfect 10 out of 10. They're formatted exactly perfectly.